Hello again. So happy to be back here. So, I want to talk about mob traps really quick. And I was doing some thinking about two types that I can work with. Obviously, I still want to get out to the village before I put big traps down. Thinking that, hey, either I'm going to grow and make everything I need for trades out at a village, or I'm going to have to transport it. And I think I'd rather build it on site. But that doesn't stop me from thinking about what I can do trap wise. And then if it becomes to look more and more like it's going to be a long shot before a village, I'll give up and build some traps here, I guess. So one of these I have is you would set up a suspended up in the air or down at the ground level and then dig a pit underneath of it later. So like a fall trap is the mechanic. And what you would have is a pistons and several of them across, and then you have right here a what are these called? Lashes or something? I forget the name of these. These are called tripwires. Duh. Okay. So you have your tripwire on here, and we'll hook it up there, and it's connected by a little string, easy. And then you make this about 2 wide or something around there, and then you have inverted switch here, so that when it's tripped, it'll open up the pistons. It'll retract them, right? And then anything, if it's too wide, anything on the spaces will fall to their death, and that's the mechanic. And this is offset, so this is one away from where it should be. It would be, of course, this would be over a little bit. And with that, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure Enderman caught in this trap because they still spawn with this wire here, I'm pretty sure. And so when they spawn, they'll go ahead and fall, and Enderman would too. Because the thought of fighting an Enderman for eyes right now, yeah. I don't want any of that at the moment. I can do it and do the whole tree thing and do the, the top of it, the spin around and that. I think desert's going to be the best location to do that in. But if there's a way around it, that's what I'm all about. So I have my tools back pretty well, and I have, I think I got about, quite a few diamonds down there. I was mining for a long while. Found some additional chests down there. Found a skeleton spawner. Actually, let me go grab the chests right now while I'm doing this. And we'll talk about scouting. So I went and I got the compass, and I checked out the nether portal to see what the heck happened. I went back to the scene of the crime. It was perfect. I did exactly what I was supposed to. In the nether, I traveled in the right direction, and when I loaded in the overworld, I was still facing in the right place with the 0 behind me and all that. Everything looked fine. So I don't know what occurred. I guess there are some... Oh, where is it? It's this way. Okay. There's a little bit of a trip, I think, to get these chests, but it'll be worth it for the iron, because they do give a good bit of iron for those minecart chests. And right here, I got zigzag all over the place. And then through here? Or I felt like it was up that way. No? Yeah, I did a lot of mining, if you can't tell. I was desperately trying to get back those losses. Now I feel better because I've gained back about everything that I lost from before. So talking about the investigation with the nether, everything lined up perfect. So I know there are villages sometimes. Was it through there or here? Let's try. No, not here? No, not here. I know there are villages still that can spawn, even though they're far out, and be abandoned. All I can think is that is the case. And the part that confuses me even more is that that village out there, not only had I hardcore spawned into it, but the... what am I thinking of? The pumpkins by there too were carved as well. So is it the case that, okay, if you get a village and it's far enough out where it should be populated, but it's empty, is it down a little bit or this way? Oh, it's right here. Okay. And there's the skeleton spawner. I thought that was pretty cool. And a bunch of seeds in this one. Actually, one of these had a diamond in it, which was pretty neat. What was that noise? Oh, that was the chest breaking on it. Okay. I shouldn't have brought those pistons down here. Oh well. That's interesting. That's pretty cool. Yeah, and then there's this spawner here. I could get bones out of it, but I have no need for that many of it. Unless I wanted to build with them. No need for that right now, though. So on to the village. Maybe of the abandoned village, maybe it's the case that if you have a village and it's out far enough where it should be populated and have all that good stuff in it, and it doesn't, that everything in maybe that area or a few chunks doesn't get anything either. You know, they all just come unpopulated. Very confusing. Very, very, very confusing. So I still don't know if that's within the radius somehow of the first spawns before the portal, or what's going on there. And beyond dying, there's no really good ways to check it, so we don't want to do that. So I'm left with one of two choices. I can progress the way I saved myself here and head out into the desert, build some additional sites and replenish the food like I was talking about, or I can go through the nether. Going in the overworld and going to that shore and then traveling by boat from there has the negative of travel time and food and all this, but the positives of getting hardcore spawn safety, because if I spawn back out that way again, there'll be resources already set down. And then also exploration. So not only do I need to find a village, but I need to find an enchanting table in that. And the only way I'm going to do it is by being out there that way, you know, in the desert and that. And I know I'm heading in the right direction. You know, beyond the travel time, the other downside is repeated travel. I have to do the transit. I could try to do the math and figure out where the portal needs to be placed to connect everything up. But I'm going to probably end up doing that trip on foot a bunch. And I could just build up over time, and it's not the worst thing. But it's, if you could do it in the nether and be really quick, it'd be much more preferable. Alright, so we talked about the traps we have here. There's one other trap I was thinking about doing, and the problem with this one is, and I was getting these ready for any traps potentially down the road. I think I can feed the chickens as well. Get these put away. I'll get these hooks put away. We'll melt down these mine carts real quick. The other type of... Oh, hey, how's it going, Real? Sorry, I missed your chat right there. Just doing a quick update stream. So the other type of spawner we could do... Oh, shoot, I cut my little vine ladder off. The other type of, well, not spawner, but mob grinder. So there's the fall one there, and we could get Enderman. And the other type is where you have maybe 4 blocks in the center. That's just a fall. And then you build spawning pads out to the sides of those with maybe 2 blocks in the middle and then vine traps over top. And you could put it at water level and then just build it really, really tall, right? And then mobs will fall down. And then the thinking would be you would pick like a really big lake, like a flat one, like this one over here or something. And then you would have water streams, and the mobs would fall through the vine traps, and then all get collected into that center area, and then fall down to their death. And then you could collect them and you know, sort the drops from there. So that's the other type. The only negative is no Enderman, you know, so you're not going to have any Ender eyes or scrolls or anything else. And while I'm sure I can battle them, I can just go armor up, grab a sword, and fight them. If I can do it by grinder, I'd prefer it. But I don't know if this drop one with the hook will actually work for them. Not only that, but it has to be a little bit taller too. Because I think they're 2.5 or 2.9 or something tall. Right around there. Can't remember if I'm grinding nether rock in here or not. Go check. So I rebuilt this a little bit. Because I wanted to use this water flow so I could put down these urns without having to watch them. And so I dropped this just 1 block and then put this flush so that when I drop a piece of clay in there, I can just let it spin, and then whatever collects, collects. I don't have to watch it as closely. Wish I could set it into overdrive. The only times you really get into big manufacturing with urns, or really need to even, I mean, you can do this little bit of work by hand for most everything you need, whether it be maps or, you know, a little bit of machinery, stuff like that, not a big deal. It's the Soul Forge steel later on that takes so many ingots in that, especially if you want to build a beacon or something, you have to build the factory. I wouldn't want to do it by hand, it's just a nightmare. Oh yeah, let's get these chest meltdown. Let's get this tool replenished too. And then you can just throw these on here. Perfect. I do have 3 more blaze rod, and I was considering maybe just melting those down and putting additional hibachis in here to speed things up, both soul urn wise and melting down. But those are my only remaining ones, and I need them for potions in case I go back into the nether, which is going to be another trip because that's I think it's the exact opposite way. That way, way far away. Actually, I've forgotten how I made that trip. Yes, it's like this. This is back to 0, through there. That was the experiment I did outbound to see where it would go. So we will put some of this away for now. I will take this. Actually, I need this iron. And are we good here? We're all good. Okay, so what we're going to do briefly is I'm going to go back and get recorded what I experienced with the nether portal, just to make sure I'm not doing something wrong or I'm crazy. Because everything I see says that I should have spawned somewhere that was a village with something in it. And I'm going to bring the diamond axe because I'm going to do some serious tree work while I'm out there. No other diamond tools, though. And I'm not going to go into that village at all. We're going to look at it, but I'm not going in there. Don't need the boat. Don't need this. Don't need that. I don't need that much string. I will take a little bit of string. What did I want the iron for? Did I want that for a good pick? I don't even need the iron, actually. The armor will be more than enough. And we do need some food, though. Soul urns? I'll bring half, just in case I poke around and I see something. And then we do need some torches on top of it. Oh, no, they're all gone. I was crushing some coal up earlier. Not too much, though. It's not going to be enough. Let's go check the cows quick. So the only thing stopping me from either pushing out from here to explore is food. I need to build a good amount up. It's the 2 cows that are slowing me down. Because I can only make so much chocolate at a time, and then you can only, you know, I don't want to risk. I should really split these up too, in case there's somehow, some way a zombie gets in here. That way they don't murder them all, you know, and they only get half of them or something like that. And if I had the rest of the cows or some wheat or something, I could speed this up. I can make some sandwiches though. Alright, and with that, do I need anything else? I need those torches. There's no way around it. I have to have them. So after the food is done, and here it is, Hellfire's right here. I only need 4. After the food is done, and, you know, a couple stacks worth, that I feel comfortable, that's when I'll either decide for sure if I do the ocean... Whoa! If I do that... I told you that bridge was dangerous. I knew it. Either do the ocean voyage or go through the nether. coal. Okay, let's go feed the pigs. Here's you. Here's you. And there you go. There we go. How's that? 3? That's all right. Okay, that's going to be enough torches. I just need a few in case I get into a situation. Oh, and they're unlit. Is there anywhere? There's nowhere easy, right? Oh, yeah, there is. Right here? There you go. That new mechanic's so trippy. It adds a lot to it, though. Okay, let's go look at the nether, just so I can sanity check myself. And I don't need... I'll just keep the chest plate on for walking. And we'll get the compass on the hotbar. Okay. And this is why it's so confusing, because there is absolutely no reason that that location should be empty like that. And I hardcore spawned into that village before. Which just makes me question, was that pre or post nether portal? Got a lot of water going on. I was tempted to mine some of this out because I feel like diamonds are frequently right near coal. It always seems. All right, so let's look at our compass. I'm pointing this way. I'm looking at 0, 0. I turn straight around. When I'm in the nether, I should spawn in this direction, and that's the direction I want to move to put my portal down, because this is going to be further away from 0, 0. Right, so you spawn in, go do a little walk here. I'm heading in the right direction. So now we do this long, long tunnel through here to what should be way far out from 0, 0, right? Okay, we do this little stair walk here. I need to go get stairs and just put them in here, because I'm going to end up making this trip so many times. This is a waste of jumping. Yep, and you know, we're zigzagging a little bit, but I think we're still pretty well oriented away, because it was more or less on a diagonal, so it makes it somewhat challenging. Now that I'm walking this piece, I'm thinking to myself, maybe this is part of the problem. Maybe this is part of the issue right here. Maybe I went too far this way? Oh, it's still setting up your server? Oh, wow. It can be a little bit challenging, especially because the older support for 1.5.2, and then depending if you're just doing it yourself or you have a server host. I know I did one about a year and a half ago. I set up a server, and it worked out really well. I was overseas at the time, so the latency was kind of bad for me, but everybody back stateside where the server was based had a really good connection. And it had a great time too, because the people had never touched the mod before, so they had an experience. Okay, so I am through here, and I might have come this way a little bit too far. I put a portal in here. This was the one that spawned under the ocean, where I almost suffocated to death. I almost got murdered. So I said, okay, I picked up shop, and I said, we're not going to play that game, and I continued further on down this way. Walking this now, I'm thinking to myself, maybe I went too far in this way. Maybe I should have stayed more to the right here. And we'll see if it's straight down this way, I wouldn't be opposed to picking up the portal and then diving in to the right as far as I can. Okay, so I jump in the portal. Oh, here we go. Oh, did it record me with a game crash on one of it? For whatever reason, you know, because you can use one of two launchers, and the recommended way is to use the old Minecraft launcher, but I use the new one. But you just have to be careful when you're loading the game, not to touch it, and it seems to work fine. But if you click on any of the boxes or anything, it'll crash. So I've been meaning to do a video about installation to get it working. I don't know about the servers. I haven't messed with the servers recently. But to do a video just on basic installation from bare bones, like delete everything you have, you know, the whole roaming Minecraft folder, everything, and then start from scratch, just to give more people the opportunity to jump on it to work through some of the common errors that I run into when I install it. So I haven't looked to see if someone already has a video out there like that. But I think if I did one, it would be helpful to people. Yeah, I don't know about the server one, though. I would assume it would be pretty easy because I think they're their own, you know, file executable that run all by themselves. I don't think they need anything else. Okay, so look at the compass. That is 0, 0. So here, you know, further away, and we went through the nether portal. Now, we did jag this way a whole bunch, so maybe that's the way we need to be heading to get stuff that's not spawned in already. The village is straight back that way. Yeah, that guy right there, he was a pig before. I've contaminated this whole area. There's a dog locked in this box right here, too. Yeah, as far as installation-wise, I have a good... oh, I need to put armor on. A good way of installing it. And I don't use any of the compilers or anything like that other people use. Just because I do it by hand, I don't even have a zip program purchased. I just do it really slowly and carefully. Because anytime I've tried to get fancy with the installation, that's when I run into problems. But by doing it, you know, a couple files by a couple files, just by modding the file types and then moving it around manually, I've never had an issue doing it that way. Another important thing, I've tried in the past to move from one Better Than Wolves jar to another one by moving the files over. But I find that you really do need to start with a fresh 1.5.2 each time because it reduces the, you're not copying over as many files and that for changes. And so there's less chance of making a mistake. All right, so like I said, the village, the scene of the crime from before is back that way. And so the only way we could have gone wrong, because if we started right here in this block, and this is our initial spawn area, then we spawned here for that where I have my base that we just came from, and we head backwards. We were pointing towards 0, 0. So the only way I could have gone wrong, because I was heading on a diagonal more or less, is that maybe by jagging over this way, I've somehow ended up still within that initial spawn area where you can get abandoned villages. I don't know. That's the only thing I could think of might be wrong, because everything else looks perfect. What I'm going to do real quick here without falling in a ravine or something terrible, I want to look out at this coast and see if there's land. Holy moly. This is a dangerous area. I want to look at the coast so I can make a decision. Should I just explore from here? Or should I do more nether travel? Do another portal? Did I put out the torches by jumping in the water? How did those get put out? I'm not sure. I remember I lit them, but I didn't see how they went out. I must have fallen in water or something. Did the portal put them out, maybe? I don't know. And so we're going to follow the coast here really quick. Because the thinking is, if I have to take a boat, that's going to be a bunch of travel. But if I have to come to this portal and still make a whole bunch of transit on the ground, that's going to be a bunch of travel anyways. So I might as well take the boat and see where that ends up instead of doing this. Is that a desert? So that's a desert over there. Let's go to this desert. And just so we keep our bearings and we don't get lost, it's right along the coast. and we skip the taiga biome, and then we follow this forest right along this river to see what's in here. Because in the village, real quick, I could pinch a enchanting table, or I could see a village. And it could confirm... Uh-oh, what's that? What's that tree from? Is that from me cutting through the forest over there? It must be. What do we have? What do we have? More pumpkins there. I can get a look at those and see what's up. Oh, I have iron armor on. I am suicidal. I guess I didn't learn my lesson from last time. Take your armor off before you jump in the water. I have a clip up just of me getting thrown this way and that way by hats. It was awful. Barely came out alive. Got, beat him off, escaped to the shore, got dragged back in the water. It would have made a great cartoon clip. Okay, so the portal is right behind us, all the way to the ocean, and then right on the shore. Oh, look, the pumpkins again, carved already. So that would mean anything I find in this desert, most likely. Look at these cactuses, too. I've been in this area for a while. A village. Okay. A desert. Is it a desert village? Is that the other village? I don't know what village this is. I'm so confused. So confused. I guess I should have brought half slabs. We're going to look, though. Is this the Ravine Village? It could be. It could be the Ravine Village, and I just didn't realize how close it was to this desert. Yes? No? Yes? Well, that's interesting. What the heck? Was I here? What the heck? This must have happened forever ago. Look at that. Okay, so this is within the original hardcore spawn radius? I'm so confused. Do you see what I mean about the portal? It just doesn't make any sense. That should not be there like that, that village. We should be so far away. And look at the line. It's not even like it's sideways. We should be so far away from 0, that everything here should be populated. But it's just not. None of it is. I'm looking for a temple really quick. No, just more trees, and we need to be heading back now. All right. I don't know what went wrong. Because let's assume that the craziest thing in the world happened. What was that expedition from? I don't even know what that pumpkin's from. What the heck is going on? Now I remember being in that hillside too. And surviving early on, early game. Something is up. Something is up and I can't put my finger on it. Oh, we can take... Oh, I have the armor off already. I don't trust the portals. That's the bottom line here. Something is not right about the portals. So rather than run around the overworld here, where everything's obviously already been looted, I'm going to head back to base, and I'm just going to get a ton of food built up, head out to the shore that I can physically get to by boat, and I'm going to sail out on that ocean until it gets to about half day. And if I don't see any land or an island even, something to base out of, then I'll make my way back, even if it's just a little island like this one. If I can't find anything, I'll turn right around and we'll have to try some other options. But I'm going to do it by boat because this is just confusing me. I don't understand. And actually, I'm hoping I didn't make another mistake. I hope my base should be right here on the shore. The portal should be. At least we have plenty of food. Yeah. If anybody sees anything I did wrong and all of that, I'd love to know, because I'm just baffled. I think it's just a little bit further. It has to be. Should be. I hope so. It's an awful lot of animals for it to be. There we are, right there. Perfect. Okay. Whew. This is a really dangerous ravine area, I'll tell you that much. Almost there, just a little bit further. Yeah, you're trying to kill me on my way back in. Yeah, I give up on this area. This portal was a bust. Not only did it get me murdered, there's nothing here. So I don't know where this thing is trying to send me to. But it's definitely not anywhere productive. Do we want to bring anything back? We will. We'll leave a string, sure. Okay, let's head back to base. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do then. The way I saved myself on the video before here, getting to this base, is what I'm going to do. Should I tear this portal down? You know, I can't. Oh, I didn't bring my diamond pick. Never mind. So we'll build up additional food at base. And then I will do a desert excursion on foot, further and further away, straight away from 0-0. When I hit the ocean shore, I'll build a base. I might even put some eggs down, maybe. Maybe even some dirt and pumpkins or hemp. And then I'll set sail and see how far I can get out there. The risks on the ocean, though, are not only being stuck in the middle of the night out there in the water, but navigation. Because if you don't keep perfectly straight and I hit the shore too far one way or the next, I'll miss my markers and then I'll totally lose my bearings. Because the maps are still broken at the moment too. Or else I could use one of those and that might be a little bit helpful to figure out the situation. And I could sit on the shore and then maybe line the shore for a little bit this way and that way with markers, and then point inboard to where that port is. Was it down more, or am I heading through here? I think it's down. Yeah, okay. And then down one more. So much work just to find a village. It'd be really cool if I could find that village where we just based out of and I tried to make progress. So I could get that wheat straight away and be ready to go. Is any of this ready? This grows so slow now. And I just don't have enough business here in the Nether to be dealing with them. Well, survive that, and that's enough mystery of the Nether portals for me for now. So I'll cut here, and then I will work on food, because it's going to be a lot of kind of busy work, food, grinding and farming and that. Maybe I'll even go on a trip and try to get some additional cows and bring them back just for quicker milking. And then once I have maybe 2 to 3 stacks of ham and eggs, I will think about heading out to the shore there. I may even do the pre-work in the desert, because it's just going to be crossing the desert and getting to the shore and then doing that a couple times maybe with supplies to really base out of it. I may do that and post it up as a no commentary, game audio only. And then once we're on the shore out there, we will do a video and do a stream about heading out into the ocean and see if we can find something. I'll be so disappointed if I cross that big ocean and I get out there and I end up at that same spot or something terrible like that. I'll just be confused. You know, where do you go for the villages even? Because I hardcore spawned to get there, but where the heck is that place? So, thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.